So, I'm critiquing the show Vanderpump Rules. This is season 3, episode 2. In general, it's a very dramatic show about a waiting staff that they just meddle into each other's business. Everybody just knows everything about everybody. And, so in season 3, episode 2 of Vanderpump Rules, it opens up, this is how dramatic the show is, it opens up with a brawl between the one Tom, who used to be Kristen's ex-boyfriend. He is trying to talk to her about the rumors she's spreading about his new girlfriend. Meanwhile, this girl's new boyfriend, some British guy, who I find so irrelevant to the show. Ugh. And anyway, her new boyfriend is trying to get into the conversation, and he starts arguing with Tom about selfies. They start arguing about selfies, and that's how the fight begins. And this fight is going on during, they're all supposed to be celebrating Sheena's birthday, another staff member, and she cuts her foot open somehow, and this is all going on at one of their boss's good friend's restaurant, so that's not good. And so later the episode carries on to it shows Jax, who talks about how his current relationship with two of his girlfriends is going so well because he's trying to be a better person, and try this whole honesty thing. And he was honest with both of them about their existence and his life as his girlfriends, and how they're totally okay with it. So he's like, oh, this honesty thing works, it's awesome, because they're totally cool with it. And so he meanwhile goes and gets one of his girlfriend's names tattooed onto his arm, which in his other arm, on his right arm, he had a tattoo of Stassi and her signature, to be exact. He had her signature tattooed on his arm. Things didn't work out with them, so he's going to get it removed with a black rose, of course, Jax. And he's meanwhile getting one of his current girlfriend's names tattooed on his left arm. So later, one of the Tom Schwartz that went with Jax to the tattoo parlor, he's sitting down with Stassi and his girlfriend Katie, and he's telling Stassi about Jax's new tattoo idea of one of his girlfriends, but removing her name from his arm with a black rose. And Stassi's like, thank God, it's about time. She just doesn't even care about him anymore. And so later the show continues with Jax breaking up with this girl, Carmen, who he had just gotten a tattoo, her name tattooed on his arm, and he just breaks up with her at this pizza shop place. And later, the show pretty much ends with the boss, Lisa Vanderpump. She finds out about the brawl between Tom and this British guy who was a busboy, and she finds out about the brawl, so she calls everyone in, and all her staff, and she has a talk with them, and she's like, I can't believe you behaved this way, and you guys are my staff, and this was at one of my friend's restaurants, why would you do this? So pretty much she takes control. As boss, she just turns to Kristen, she says, you're suspended because of all the problems you've created, and here's another one. Tom, you're suspended, and turns to the busboy, this British guy, and she's just like, you're fired. You don't even work for me. And that's how it ends. That's Vanderpump Rules for you. Only episode 2.